and then north.
Well, speaking of tropical systems, we do have one we want to update you on, a brand new named storm here. This is Tropical Storm Franklin. It has strengthened in the past couple of hours on the higher grade of things in terms of tropical storms, but as it heads off towards the west, it's actually going to make landfall over the Yucatan, reemerge over the Gulf of Mexico, and then make another landfall somewhere near Mexico City in the central part of Mexico before dying out over the mountainous terrain in central parts of Mexico. Here closer to home, cloudy, rainy, warm, very, very humid out there. We're going to see more periods of rain and some thunderstorms developing for the remainder of the day today. Some of those storms could be on the strong to severe side with gusty winds, small hail, and the possibilities there for an isolated tornado as well. Pleasant, though, midweek. Wednesday and Thursday looking fantastic before more rain works in here for the end of the weekend next weekend. Here's a loop over the last couple of hours showing we had a band of very heavy rain that moved through much of Hampton Roads. Now it's lifted mainly off towards the north and northeast. Still some lingering showers here out in Norfolk, north side Virginia Beach, and even down south in southern parts of Virginia Beach towards the North Carolina line. Up through the peninsula, had some very heavier rain earlier out in Williamsburg area that zipped on off through Gloucester and headed north into the bay now, down through the eastern shore. Still some heavier rain there right along 13th, south of Exmoor through Cape Charles with some thunder and lightning embedded within that as well. Same scenario as you get down towards Dare over at Kill Devil Hills, Nags Head. Very, very heavy rain there for the next couple of hours. Now, what I'm going to get concerned with over the next few hours here is this big gap in the cloud cover starting to develop off to our west. That's allowing some sunshine to get on in and cook things up in the atmosphere, and that's going to allow the potential for some of those storms to really gain some strength and momentum as they push off towards the east. Now, a lot of areas have been exceptionally dry here over the past couple of months, especially this summer, up through the peninsula and the eastern shore. Now, what's some good news here is look at the amount of rain that this computer model is forecasting us to pick up. I think it's a little bit on the higher side, but even when we pick up an inch or two, that's still going to be very good for a lot of those gardens and those lawns that have really dried up over the past few weeks. Here's how it looks on Futurecast going through the next few hours here. You see that line of showers and storms developing by mid-afternoon. That pushes off, and then we get another wave dropping in from the north and west, and that could bring with it the line of severe storms overnight tonight and even into early tomorrow. So Storm Prediction Center has placed the majority of Hampton Roads here in the yellow shading under that Tier 2 slight risk for those storms to be on the strong to severe side. Mainly going to be concerned with very heavy tropical-like downpours that may overwhelm some of those storm drains at times, and we could see some minor flooding in certain areas. Also very gusty winds, not so much concern with hail, but there is the risk for an isolated tornado to pop up in some of these storms, so keep that in mind. Temperature-wise, the rain has really cooled the air in a lot of spots, so we're back down to the 70s in some areas, 81 in Norfolk, 79 in Chesapeake. We're at 81 in Williamsburg, 78 in Moyock, and 78 in Elizabeth City. With the winds coming in out of the southeast, it's pulling in that humidity and also pushing our temperatures back up. I mean, look at these dew points. Mid-70s. You can feel it. You can cut the air with a knife almost out there, and that's going to remain the case, and that'll provide plenty of fuel for those storms when they do develop. 87 today, periods, rain, and some isolated storms that will be strong to severe later on. South winds at 5 to 10. Tonight, we drop back to 73. Then we continue that shower and storm risk and very, very muggy. And there's a check of your 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, more rain, at least through the first half of the day. Maybe a few storms thrown in there as well. And then as we get into the day on Wednesday, looking really good. A big drop in our humidity. Temperatures down in the low 80s, my pick of the week, and that continues into Thursday before rain chances creep right back up Friday into the weekend.
Okay, we'll see how it goes then. Thank you, Tim. And